There's a generation people rarely talk about, even though it quietly connected two different eras. These are people born roughly between 1954 and 1965. They're often called Generation Jones. Not quite baby boomers, but not quite Gen X either. They were too young for the most iconic moments of the 60s, but too old to grow up in the peak MTV years of the 80s. And here's the interesting part. The way their adult life started was so contradictory that it shaped how they think and make decisions. Let's break it down in 4 simple parts. They were promised everything will be great, and reality hit harder. As kids, many of them heard, "Study hard and your life will be better than your parents." The future looked bright: technology, progress, endless opportunities. Then a lot of them grew up and stepped into a tougher period. Fewer stable jobs, higher costs, higher interest rates, and the feeling that the old kind of security was disappearing. And this creates a lasting mindset. When expectations are set very high and then reality doesn't match, you learn not to take big promises at face value. They can hope for the best, but they always keep a backup plan. Unlike people who grew up in more stable times, Generation Jones often thinks like this: yes, it's a great idea, but what will I do if it doesn't work? So they're not scared of taking risks, but their risks are usually calculated. Not a blind leap, but a step forward with an exit plan. They're good at combining vision and practicality, getting inspired, without losing the ground under their feet. They don't idealize the system, but they know how to live inside it. They came of age during years when trust in big institutions, government, corporations, official stories often took a hit. But instead of rejecting everything completely, many of them chose a different approach. I don't have to trust it blindly, but I can learn how it works and move smart. At work, this often looks like they may stay in one company for many years, not because of naive loyalty, but because it was strategic, sensible, and part of a plan. They're the bridge between before computers and always online. Generation Jones learned technology as adults, but at a time when it was simpler and more understandable. Less magic, more logic. They watched the world move from paper manuals to computers, from call me at home to mobile phones, from cassettes to digital. So they often have a balanced relationship with tech, not afraid of it, but not blindly dependent on it either. They're more likely to ask, does this actually make my life better? Ending. Main insight. Generation Jones learned to hope carefully, believe in the best, but prepare for different outcomes. They aren't the loudest or the most visible generation, but they're often among the most resilient. Their main strength is adaptation. When the world changes and plans fall apart, they don't panic. They adjust and find a new path. If you want, I can make a follow-up video comparing Generation Jones with Boomers and Gen X in money, careers, and relationships, using simple, real-life examples.